Hey everybody, Gears here, and what the heck is this? Well, it's got the hexagon way up there. This is a whole bunch of fiberglass tape and Gorilla Glue, of all things. 1/8 inch ABS, laser cut back in, 2017. And what is it? It's a homemade R4 dome. The outer skins were all styrene. Those were in the 40,000 range. Gorilla Glue on the inside, as you saw, to hold it all together. It's 2025 right now, so that's 8 years ago that I put this together, and it's been sitting staring at me with great anger for a long while ever since. Or maybe it's resentment. It's tough to tell. I've always loved the R4 ever since that first moment in Star Wars, and I always wanted one. So why I've delayed this long, I have no idea. I suppose life gets in the way of things. Lots of JB weld, lots of shaping. Oddly enough, initially I had thought that to make this unique from the original R4 domes was to put panel lines where everything connected, and you can still see those lines. In the last few days, I figured, well, you know what? Screw it. So over the last few days, I've been filling up all these lines, masking tape along the edges, JB weld once or twice, and a few rounds of primer. So now, I just found this guy from, what's the date there at the bottom? 2018, presuming they update that information every year or so. I'm just glad it's still sealed. So at this point, all the lines are fine enough that I should be able to use this stuff relatively easy. I don't necessarily trust it, but I would trust it less on this than I do on this. And that is because this guy here is not actually a mouse shell, it's a buck for vacuum forming. So I'm going to pop a few of these at some point. Oh, here's the story. One of my buddies works at an effects shop with a vacuum former. It's like almost 20 by 30 inches, so it was perfect for this. We did all the bottoms. There were 4 or 5. That was all the plastic that I had at the time. And then the very first one, the very first drag, what do you call it with vacuum forming? Popping, I guess. So the very first pop of that turned into this guy here. And this guy here is completely caved in. That's because the pressure was so great that the buck couldn't stand it. So now it's completely filled with expanding foam on a wood base. And this bottle is leaking. That must have been why I just unfurled that bottom to read the date, and now it's got that little hairline crack there. Yeah, my camera is set to autofocus right now, but good luck, because it just doesn't. I'm trying to manually focus it at this point. Come on, focus. Jeez. So this guy is set on at least 3 sides. The top, the front looks pretty good. There's still a little paint blob there, but this is absolutely smooth to the finger, so I don't know that it will actually show up. But this side collapsed in. Actually, the only side saved was the top. All 4 sides collapsed to some degree. The back popped out, and so I've had to sand that down instead. Yeah, so actually you can see all the sanding to fix that pop based on the gloss and flat there. And again, this autofocus is terrible. So I got another round of JB weld on the other side there, And that should be close to finished at this point with a little more sanding. This guy, I've done as much JB weld as I can. And now it's time to start. Well, maybe I could put a little there, actually. That's pretty deep. So now it's time to get to the finishing point. Recently, our annual party was announced, R2LA. This is the 19th one. I've been going since, 13, 14, 15 years now, 2008, and, even more than that. I haven't missed too many of those, actually, now that I'm thinking of it. So I'm hoping to have this finished. I'd like to have my car finished by then. It's another month and a half, 2 months almost. So maybe. Definitely this, and even more so is that I want to turn this into a fiberglass mold. Hard shell, do the top and one of the sides for one piece, and then do the other bit for the other piece. 2-part mold. So easy, there shouldn't be too many problems. And a few of you may be saying, hey, Gears, this isn't accurate. There's no recesses up here. Correct. There are panel lines on the top, though. They were painted on because the R4 Dome was done last second and slapped together. The original one is highly asymmetrical all over the place. It's a mess, but you only see it for a few seconds, so you don't really know that until you look at the original. My buddy that did the vacuum forming of these has a copy off of the Star Cruiser one at Disneyland, which is supposedly the actual, M4 that's first seen in Star Wars with the Rebels. So this is going to be a bit more accurate to what it should be, but it is not as accurate to the actual prop as it could be. So 2 months, I'd like to be able to pop a couple of these. So 2 months to go. I'd like to have this so I can at least have 1 or 2 castings with me when I go to R2LA. The R4 Dome is not a common one. A few people build their own, but you can't just buy one out of the club. So I'd like to be able to at least do a small run of them and make 1 or 2 for myself. The mouse buck, I'm going to make a few complete sets of those as gifts, and then I might just give these bucks to one of the guys as a gift because he originally lent me his styrene shell. I messed it up a little, and that is what the basis of this is, because he wanted a fiberglass shell, and my Maisie mouse, where is she? Right over there in the corner. That could use a different shell. So I'd like to change that out, maybe offer a couple to the club, and then be done with it. But this one's a keeper. Maybe I'll even put one of these on my car at some point. We'll see. So I think that's about it for now. I gotta deal with this before it starts. So that's about it for now. I've got to deal with this quick before that leak really starts to let a lot of oxygen on there. I figured since this was just liquid, it wouldn't seal up, but it's already got some noticeable depth to it, or altitude, height. So I'm going to get busy. Thanks for watching. See ya.